I'm in Venice and it's time for another Sony press conference. Oh yes. So yes, Sony has brought us all the way to Venice to announce something which could mean one of two things, or maybe two of two things. One, a replacement for the Sony a7S II. Two, a surprise. And also number three, there's a nice swimming pool over there, which I'm going to use later. The presentation kicked off by diving into some charts first, which some thought was the decisive moment for photo, but the surprise was that it was a new RX100 announcement, the RX106 of course, which was designed with what customers want in mind, apparently. Well, apart from those that want interchangeable lenses and big sensors of course. In someone's hand far away it looked small, on screen it looked about as small as the RX105, it also looked small in someone's hand close up. Lots more people had one in hand using the RX106 to take photos of RX106s, people using them for simulated dick pic photos. Everyone had a RX106, almost.
I still haven't got mine yet.
All good, I got one in the end. Okay, so I've got the new RX106. What is new with it exactly? Let's go. Well, I tell you what, this accessory is new. It's a vlogging handle grip knob, useful for mounting other stuff other than just the camera. Sold separately, by the way. Alright, so there's some subjects to shoot around the place. Oh, and some people with hats on. Christ, it's hot. Here we are. Now, the whole idea with the RX106 is that it's aimed at pros, non-pros, touristy people, and also young people, which means vloggers, which is why they've given me this vlogging stick thing, which is new. Check that out. I mean, unfortunately, it's not as long as I'd want it to be because, I mean, look, it doesn't really give you much extension over just holding it like that. I don't actually know if this dude is supposed to be a model. I just realised he's not actually a model. He actually drives the boat. An actual boat driver. And like this dude, the RX106 feels the need for speed. Right, so this shoots 24 frames per second burst mode, and also has the world's fastest AF. Apparently, that's what they said about the last one. Now it has the world's fastest AF, because it's beaten the world's fastest AF. It does 24 FPS burst with a buffer of 233 JPEGs, which is insanity of a non-clinical kind. I mean, in terms of autofocus, you've got a wider spread, you've got 65% coverage, 315 autofocus points, and it is pretty snappy. The IF is working really well here. Tracking is working a treat. The one thing is, it's starting to overheat now, but that's no surprise because the people here are starting to overheat as well. I mean, people are literally melting. Like the Terminator 2, that silvery thing. But you know what? It didn't cut out. It showed the little thermometer icon, but that's it. With the camera I'm filming with, that's another story. Too hot. Look, you probably can't see our faces because it's so bright over there. It's like living on the surface of the sun right now. It is that hot, right? My A7 III has given up because it's too hot. It's stopped filming, so I might as well stop filming for now. Funnily enough, even though the RX106 had stopped filming for a bit because it's overheating, it's still working. Great. Sort of, I guess they might have improved on that. Who knows? I could even keep filming some slow-mo stuff with another guy who watches way too many Tom Cruise movies. So one of the key improvements with the RX106 is with the lens. It's got a massive range. Check my range out. Oh, hang on. equivalent of 24 to 200 millimeters. So, as they say, it's essentially two lenses in one, 24-70, 70 to 200. But whereas the RX105 had a max aperture of f1.8, now you've only got f2.8 at its widest. That is one thing that I don't quite like. I mean, it's practical, but so is a bus. Anyway, other practical features. Flick 2.5 million dot EVF up to switch it on, down for off, and screen that flips down to 90-degree angle. So apparently, this new angle is good for shooting pictures of your plate. Not just 45 degrees, but 90 degrees. Also good for shooting pictures of your pets, apparently. Or dick pics. Perfect for this guy. Look at that pretty light there. Anyway, one thing's for certain, if you don't use the RX106 for photos of your junk, the photos won't be junk. I'm quite impressed with what you can get from the in-camera JPEGs from this teeny tiny 20 megapixel 1-inch sensor. But to test the camera out further in its design capacity as a travel camera, they sent us all to the busiest part of Venice. The tourist catnip that is San Marco. I can't answer the phone right now, I'm busy vlogging. You know, always talk about primes and stuff like that and how it limits you, how it's good that it limits you. You have to use your feet to zoom. But sometimes it's good to be a lazy bastard and just have massive zoom. After all, sometimes you can't use your feet to zoom quick enough. And it's not like compromises are being made in optical quality, it seems pretty good from end to end, probably helped by those Zeiss optics having a crap ton of aspherical elements thrown in. The tele end, the 70 to 200 equivalent looks good as the 24-70 end. 200 needs the steady shot, good for 4 stops, to keep it steady, and the optics don't disappoint with well corrected performance. I'm liking the images from this. Not a huge change really, but they have changed the skin color algorithm, whatever that means, but skin colors supposedly look better. Good skin color is not something that Sony is known for in their consumer products, so it's interesting to see that they're taking steps to remedy that. Yeah, so it's a tour where you see ghosts, presumably. Oh, there's a ghost right there. Oh, one over there as well. The key improvements for stills with the RX106 is the speed of focusing, the 65% AF coverage and the burst. Must be cold in that shop. But there's the video mode also, which Sony is pushing towards vloggers, aka young people. Good for tourists and young people. Hopefully I can fill both of those criteria. Oh look, it's the gondolas. Gondolas. I mean, yes, I'm really doing the touristy thing right now. But you know what, I really like this. Apart from the fact that it doesn't have a mic input. But you can use the old vlogging trick of putting dead cats. Not real dead cats. On top of the camera. Oh, more prettiness. One thing I wouldn't agree on is the young people vlogging. Not true. Lock vlogs, he's old. Only messing, the video's quite amazing from such a small camera. 4K oversampled from a 5K readout.
When you're shooting at 250 frames a second, it's almost sort of 720p, but off the it looks really cool. It takes a little bit of a while to learn how to operate it and to use it, but when it works, it's perfectly fine. Again, because of the drop in resolution, you're not going to be using it for anything really serious production-wise, but if you're doing that anyway, you're not going to be using an RX100 camera. That was the battery life test to see if my battery would run out before Richard finishes this sentence.
Damn, should have saved that battery life. Anyway, it's got a lot of potential for video, offering up hybrid log gamma as well as S-LOG3, but even then, shooting video without a picture profile looks good for those who don't want to fiddle with the footage. For a pocket camera that does it all, it's going to take a lot to beat the RX100 I haven't got RX100 so can't tell you how the noise performance compares, but if you want a faster lens, you have to snap up the 5 while we can. But even though I prefer fast glass over practicality, I can definitely understand why the RX100 makes so much sense.